the spirit of not doing the old mother-dad deal. How many times have you seen the little rascal so clever go in there and mama told him, you're not going to get it. And goes in to daddy, who only sees him after 5 in the afternoon, wants to love him, and says, you can have it, son. You can have that before dinner. And he goes back in and says, Mama, Daddy said I could have it. That's the old mom, dad, been around since the beginning of time. I'm not going to go for that here. That's what's happening.
You're not going for it?
I'm not going for it. No. But we've had a very, very strong negotiation. Now, by the way, frankly, it wouldn't have made any difference what the negotiation was. Guess who has to be comfortable for this to work?
Micah.
And who else?
You.
Hello. There's not room for a third. There's not room for a third. This will be a good one. Now, I do want those fans to enjoy winning. Mm-hmm. I do. Mm-hmm. And we're the 6th winningest team in the last 20 years, not counting Super Bowls in the NFL.
Let me add this. No. By the way, more Pro Bowl, more first-team All-Pro players than anybody but the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, since 1996. So let's get that out the way, too.
Yeah. One of the things I was trying to make the point earlier, I can hang my hat on that. That gives me a little bit of a base to step forward out here on Monday or Wednesday and go to work and go get it. I know that we've been where we had a chance to reach one of those Super Bowls. And I've been to Super Bowls. And I know we've had a chance to be there. We haven't. And boy, do I get it. I get it. When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up our ass.
Wait, now see, I was
just so you're clear.
Wait. What do you mean? So wait. What do you mean? Because people going to ask.
Mike and I talked, and then we were going to send it over to the agent. And we had our agreements on term, amount, guarantees, everything. We were going to send it over to the agent, and the agent said, "Don't bother, because we've got all that to negotiate." Well, I'd already negotiated. I'd already moved off my mark over several areas. And so the issue, very frankly, is we've had the negotiation in my mind. And the agent's trying to get his nose in it right now and try to come in there and improve off the mark that we'd already said. It's the mama-daddy deal. You go into mama, and she won't do it. And she's the boss, so much. She won't do it. So you run into daddy, daddy says do it, and then you go back in and say, Mama, Daddy said it was all right. It's the old Mama, Daddy deal. We've all been there and done that. Well, we've got this deal resolved in my mind for the Dallas Cowboys. And we've got it done, and if the agent wants to finish up the detail, which is should, and do all the paperwork, and he can do that. And we're ready to go. But as far as the amount of money, the years, the guarantees, all of that, we negotiate that.
I just hit David Mulugheta, and I simply asked him, I said, did you tell Jerry Jones to stick the contract up his ASS? Because I was like, ain't no way. And he laughed, and he said, I've never used that phrase in my life. So for anybody who is reporting that, for Jerry Jones saying that, this is false. This never happened. This is just another public way to make this situation, which is already ugly, even uglier. David Mulugheta in no way has ever told Jerry Jones or any other general manager or owner that. It's all bullcrap. It's all lies.
The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, a franchise built on glitz, drama, and star power. But now, the Cowboys aren't making headlines for football dominance. They're making headlines for chaos. Micah Parsons, the defensive superstar, wants his payday. Jerry Jones, the billionaire owner, insists he's already offered it. And in the middle of it all, accusations, betrayal, and an agent Jerry says told him to, quote, stick it up our ass. This is no longer just a contract negotiation. This is a war.
I am a grown-ass man. Ain't no mama, daddy. You ain't my daddy, and this ain't no damn plantation. And what I know is I know my value of who I am and what I'm worth. And the market dictates who I am and what I'm worth. And what do you mean? I'm closer to my agent. I still work for my agent right now. He's the closest thing to family I ever had. You're temporarily my boss. You're my boss. It's no personal relationship with me and you. We ain't homies. We ain't boys. Because I knew if I got injured right now, you'll step over me and hire the next guy, right? What do you mean? I'm not some child. I know what the hell I'm talking about, and I pay my agent so I don't get screwed over like players used to, right? The same thing I had to watch Emmitt Smith go through after he put his body on the line, played with separated shoulders, going to be sitting up there on pain pills the rest of his life, probably got arthritic limbs, getting post-surgeries in his 50s. So that's why my agent protects me from myself, because he knows how much I love the game, and you know how much I love the game. You could have got this over with last year by paying me early. If you would have just gave me $35 million, you would have saved that. I guarantee you the contract they're offering to Micah right now is more than what they could have got him for last year. So that's you not doing your due diligence as a businessman, recognizing my value early. We don't have to talk about Garrett Wilson and Sauce because they got paid early because they recognized we knew Michael Parsons was special day one. Man, don't come at me like this on plantation and, boy, go do your work. Because I got value. And listen, I'll come here and I'll sit and stand on principle. I'll come in here and play 1 or 2 games and sit down, and I'll look my teammates in the eye, and they'll understand exactly, because if it's me today, it's you tomorrow. Yep.
It's certainly not enough to trade him. And the idea that just because the front office made the mistake of not paying him early, which I think we all agree is a mistake, means now they should make a mistake even worse by moving on from him, accumulating draft picks, in hopes that they might get a player like Micah Parsons. That's nonsense. They should keep him. They should pay him. And then you can figure it out with the rest. It's not an untenable cap situation to pay him and restructure Dak Prescott. I've looked at it. It is entirely possible for this team to do this.
Yeah, they can pay him, but then how does your team get markedly better from what it was last year? They got 25 free agents, y'all.
Time
They
out.
got Osa Niggas Turpin,
This ain't unsportsmanlike.
Trading him?
This ain't hold on, y'all. Hold on. This ain't unsportsmanlike. This is First Take. We have this segment because you brought up culture. You brought up the podcast. You brought up the locker room. Now, we can go back and forth in terms of the numbers. We playing a numbers game. All right, he's one player. You're already paying CeeDee Lamb and Dak. You add Michael Parsons to that. It's problematic. I got that part. You could go either way with what you said or Mina saying you can restructure his deal or what have you. I'm not debating that. The reason this is a segment, First Take, the reason this is a segment is because you brought up culture. You brought up the podcast. You brought up the locker room and the comment about Mike McCarthy. That is the reason we are talking about this subject. If it was just a matter of numbers, we wouldn't have been addressing this. We did this days ago. We did this because you went on the air and you brought up culture and blamed him, which to me is crazy. That's just crazy. You don't blame Michael Parsons for culture in Dallas?
Well, Stephen A., if I'm going to pay a guy $40 million a year, he's going to have to be a part of the culture being a good thing, not something that my organization and the rest of my locker room has to overcome.
So I can pay a dude 40, I can pay a dude 60 that can't get it done, but I'm going to have a problem playing a brother 30 to 40 who does.
On Michael Irvin's YouTube channel, Jerry Jones dropped a bombshell. He claimed he and Micah Parsons had already agreed on the biggest contract ever for a defensive player. Jones said the deal would have made Parsons the highest-paid guaranteed player in NFL history outside of quarterbacks. Nobody appreciates Micah Parsons more than the Cowboys or me, Jerry said. Nobody has ever offered him more money than I have to play football. Period to Jerry. The deal was done. The money, the years, the guarantees, settled. He claimed he was ready to write the check. But then he turned his fire on Parsons' agent, David Mulugheta. When we wanted to send the details to the agent, Jerry snapped, the agent told us to stick it up our ass. That's right. The billionaire owner of the Dallas Cowboys just told the world he was disrespected in the most brutal way possible. Parsons, meanwhile, saw things differently. Earlier this month, on August 1st, he stunned Cowboys Nation by making his trade request public. According to Parsons, the meeting he wanted with Jerry wasn't about money at all. It was about leadership. But instead of addressing his concerns about culture and accountability, Jerry Jones turned the meeting into a contract showdown. Parsons said enough was enough. No more backroom talks. No more being sidelined while his future was decided without his agent. He went public, and the storm began. Jerry, of course, denied the narrative. He insisted Parsons was already taken care of. To Jerry, the contract fight was over. The only obstacle was an agent refusing to sign on the dotted line. But Parsons saw it differently. And when trust breaks, money doesn't fix it.
How close are you to getting a deal with him?
Micah's a great player, not a good player, but a great player. He knows more than anyone that it's a team thing. And so I know everybody's tired of hearing this, but you've got to put this puzzle together so that you can have some other people out there playing with Michael. That's the art of the deal, and that's why we're trying to get done. And we're trying to make this thing work. But we have all the appreciation in the world for what he can mean to the years ahead. We're proud to have him.
At training camp in Oxnard, Jerry casually dropped another bomb. He had offered to guarantee close to $200 million. That figure would blow away current defensive player contracts. Myles Garrett's guaranteed $123 million, Nick Bosa's $119 million, Jamar Chase